gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Wake up, Mr. Webb!
Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn down for what?
Wake up, Mr. Webb!
Turn down for what?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's showtime. 9 o'clock Wednesday, StrongOn.com. You know where you are. LeighAlity TV. It's your boy, Mr. Leigh West. Brian Taylor with my brother, and that guy with glasses right there.
I'm really close. We're framed
Kenny-
really close.
Kenny Murdock.
I actually
Kenny
like
Murdock.
this. I actually like this. It's
In front of a
intimate.
live studio audience this evening, ladies. Let me hear ya. Woo! Andrew's the sexiest lady in the building. Give it up for Andrew Barrett in the building with us.
This is, look at this. This
What's
is
up,
kind
guys?
of nice.
I
man.
missed you, fuckers.
This is very
Can we talk about what I want to talk about?
It's
I
a
already
parental
dropped- I already
advisory
dropped it.
show.
Oh yeah, yeah. And no, this is a family-friendly show. We can't say
There's
that.
no
We got a
F-bombs.
lot of kids.
Yeah, we got a lot of kids tuning in, so this is gonna be but my bad on the bombs right out the gate. So LA, why don't you go ahead and take that parental advisory right on out of there, because it's gonna be a clean show.
Oh my God.
The whole ride out.
my.
That
How
was
are
it.
you, Mr. Leigh West?
I'm very well, thank you. And how are you, fine gentlemen? Brian, I missed you last week, man. The awesome John Dorchick, he filled in for you. He did a great job. And we had those ladies from High Drama, and they're, you know, they interview MMA fighters and such like that, and they do. Stop looking at me like that. What are you doing?
I'm just looking at you, bro. You're talking about two chicks and looking at me in the eyes.
Right.
This isn't funny. The audience, America's not laughing right now.
America's not living.
There's no jokes.
So
there's
no, we
punchlines.
had a great time with the ladies from High Drama. So shout out to them. This evening we have a really special show for you guys. It's my nephew Tristan, the swim beast Weingarten. It's his birthday. He's gonna be in with us, and we also got Joe Pontillo in the building. He's gonna do a little stand up. Can you show them?
He cannot say names.
No, he can't
It's
at
the
all.
worst thing.
What?
Joe Pontillo and Tristan.
Joe Pontillo. Pontillo.
There he
There
is.
they are. There they are.
Look.
The little one is my nephew.
Which one's the little one?
Go up to the side.
It looks like Tristan took all of. It looks like Tristan took all of Pontillo's hair. Like- I'm sorry. I apologize. I had to.
Oh, it's funny.
Can't lose height though, so.
That's true.
So, Brian, last week while you were out, we missed you. You were at a movie premiere?
Yes, I saw Captain America: Civil War.
Oh, you were at a movie.
I was at a movie. It was pretty cool. It was.
You can actually go to a movie theater like a half an hour early and set up a red carpet. That would be hilarious.
You're making me
On
sound
the
like
first night of any movie, the next movie premiere that's big, we gotta do that. Just go and set up a red carpet.
No, we got a
interview
banner.
random people
We'll do a
walking into the
banner. You know,
theater.
we'll put our banner up and we'll have a little red carpet to count. Why not? Hey, a little something for LeighAlity TV. Yeah, John, how you doing, man? The movie, the popcorn is great. Yeah.
Who are you wearing? Who are you wearing? Is that Tommy Hilfiger from '93? That's awesome.
I think his name is Bob.
Interview.
He said he'd take me to the movie.
You're making me feel like I abandoned you guys just to see a movie.
No,
Like,
I didn't even come last week. What are you talking about?
I saw Twister. Came out in 1996. It
No,
was
but
a great
it was a
movie.
special
though.
movie theater thing. You guys,
I saw it 3 days before it
Yeah.
premiered. It was
there
pretty
you go.
cool.
Yeah, it was a cool thing. That's like a thing.
So they were like, you can't film this or we'll throw you out because that's illegal. I'm like, all right. So I didn't film it. I apologize. But it was pretty cool. I saw Captain America: Civil War.
How'd you
How
like
was it?
It was
Can we
long.
talk about it now? Did it come out
it? It was
yet?
long.
It was long. Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. It was cool. Like they had Spider-Man in it again, which is pretty cool. So it was like the third Spider-Man within 10 years.
Right.
You know, and now he's like 16 years old and he's like a little kid. But the Aunt May is pretty hot. So it's pretty
Marissa
Yeah,
Tomei.
shit.
Marissa Tomei is hot as fuck.
Yeah.
So it's pretty, Iron Man was hitting on it.
Guys, we got it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
we got so much to talk about.
No, and
We got so much show to cover.
Aunt May was very medium. She was a nice, wholesome woman.
That's not what I was talking about.
Attractiveness level didn't matter. It was just a
Oh,
great
because I said
movie.
fuck.
Oh,
That was it. That was it. That's why.
You dropped like 3 in the car. I get 3, so I got 1 more.
No, he's
I'm gonna drop it
cool.
right in his face.
Are we gonna put the sign back up? Because I didn't know. There's gonna be kids watching this show at home. Oh, sorry,
Oh, the
America.
kids are watching!
That's what I'm talking about. I can't
Oh,
talk in front of.
Oh, they don't have cool Tristan parents. They have lame soccer mom
Fine,
parents.
thank you.
Oh.
That's correct.
We did come here in like an SUV though, so.
But nobody cares about your stick figure family. You know, that's
Tristan's
that's
mom
the-
drove us. That's why we were having a few right now. So.
I know we can rock out. It's all good.
Thank you, Tristan, for having a mother.
Maybe a commercial was playing when we cursed. Let's hope for that.
That's what happened.
Brought to you by.
That happens, right? Like randomly during the show, they'll just show a commercial. So we could be talking about the dopest thing of the entire episode, and then it'll just be like, "Hey, Tampax."
I love how I started talking about a Marvel comic movie, and now I just F-bomb. Oh, somebody's hot. Oh, this. Oh, who's gonna bone who?
Whatever.
Put that parental thing down.
That is not. He's PG-13 something.
PG-13.
Yeah, PG. Yeah, whatever. But
It's the internet. They've seen worse.
funny. So how was your Mother's Day? You guys saw your moms and stuff?
I did. We did
Bring it
see our
back. Let's bring it
moms.
back a little bit. You know?
Yeah, it was good. I just went and kind of kicked it with moms for a little bit.
That's what's up.
So I heard you were hanging out with Tristan's mom. That's pretty.
I was chilling with Tristan's mom, me and Tristan's mom, and Tristan's mom's grandma, and we went out to lunch and stuff, and we had a nice day, you know. We all went to the Arboretum in East Islip.
The what?
The Arboretum.
See, for those of you who can't, we should have subtitles across the bottom of the screen like Ozzy Osbourne, except it's LeighAlity.
What am I saying?
No, it's a real word. People said it's real. That's how you
It
really
is,
pronounce
it
it.
is, but like when you listen to him, it's like the Arboretum.
Yeah. The Arboretum.
It's the Arboretum.
Empanada.
Like, you have to pronounce your words, Mr. Leigh West.
Empanada.
Empanada.
That's what I said.
We went to the Arboretum.
I bet he's right. I bet you go somewhere in Chile and they're like empanada. Like, no, you pronounced it long A.
That's what those 2 dots are for.
It's the squiggly.
Oh, the squiggly. Oh.
It's like a mustache over the E.
Yeah, the senor. You put a senor.
All right, so continue. You
The
went to the Arboretum.
I went to the Arboretum, and we had a nice lunch or whatever, and I wasn't ready to leave yet, because I still had all this wine in my backpack, and so my grandma, she's 93 years old, she'll be, next week, and she's cool as hell, she's the bombest lady in the world, and we're gonna walk around the park, and so I asked the guy, I says, yo, you got like an old people wheelchair?
The old people wheelchair.
I could push my grandma around the park a little bit.
And he brought you a young person wheelchair and you were flabbergasted.
Well, the old people wheelchairs had the 4 little wheels. You know, and a regular people wheelchair, you could roll yourself.
Right.
You know, so I was like, I figured they had one of those. And then they had a regular one, but she can't, roll. And then it was hills.
She can't roll herself, America. She can't roll herself. That's what no meant for you at home. Continue with your fascinating story, Mr. Leigh West.
Please.
It was just a nice day. We had a nice day. My sister tried to hook her up with another 92-year-old in a wheelchair. It was like a date. They can't even roll away. They can't. We parked them right next to each other. Like, hey, you're mingle. You guys are peers. Like.
You guys are peers. Hey.
She's been on this earth 93 years, and now you turn her into a lesbian. Now she's starting to run slugs.
You guys have so much in common. You love AARP. You both take your nap around the same time.
Same time.
You both have really low taxes.
Social Security off the meter.
It's that old money.
No, old people. It smells like fruit flies.
The money or the old people?
Both.
Both. I hate when my money and my old people smell like fruit flies.
You want to do Comedy Corner?
Oh yeah, we could do Comedy Corner, I guess.
You want to do it?
Yeah, I guess. All right, so this segment's called Comedy Corner. This is where we, us three, we're comedians. Sometimes, and this is where we work out ideas that we have for new material, new jokes. So
this is when we work out Brian's ideas because Leigh doesn't write, and I've been working the same hour for 3 years.
All right.
I have a new joke.
Brian's the only one doing anything, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Oh wait,
no,
Leigh has a new joke. Can we kick it off
Yeah,
with your
let's
joke?
kick it off with your joke.
All right. And then we'll do some jokes, and then we'll bring over Joe Pontillo liven this thing up. All right?
All right.
We'll each do a couple jokes, and then all right. So I'm gonna go just all right. Ellie, switch me over there.
All right. So he's coming over. So we're gonna critique you from over there. That's what we're gonna do, right?
I don't like this at all. It's not. No, yeah, I think this should be heckle time.
This is heckle.
You're trying this shit out.
Okay.
Why are you wearing sunglasses?
You got 3 comedians
You
in
never
the
know how
audience.
late you're gonna stay. Am I on? I don't think I'm on. I can't hear me.
Oh yeah.
Oh, can you hear me?
He threw this out of left field.
What's with the ponytail?
I've had it since the 6th grade, man.
Start off as a rat tail.
All right. So I was just chilling the other day, right? And I was all like, just chilling all like nonchalant. And I was like, nonchalant, blah, 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 right? And then I started thinking, what would it be like if I was to be chalant? I'd be like, whoo! Anywhere I walked in, right? Would that be like me being chalant? That's like,
the funniest, most clever thing you've ever fucking said.
Stop with the bombs!
Oh, sorry.
So then I thought, like, again, like, if I was being, like, extra chalant, what would extra... Re-chalant? Re-chalant? I do it again? You know, like, what is chalant?
What's extra?
Exchalant? That's like nonchalant. Like, that's nexchalant. So that's my comedy corner. New joke, chalant. You guys like chalant? Alright. Brian, would you like to try a joke?
No, they're all dirty.
I forgot my jokes aren't PG.
No, that was good, man. Let's
That
go
was-
out on
that
that.
was-
good.
That was good. Let's
Watch
go out
that
on
back,
that.
man. We got to watch this whole episode, man. We're really kind of killing it.
Well, that was terrible. I appreciate you guys joining in the fun. I got actual professional comedian with you. Not like these guys are. Brian and Kenny do stuff, but ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce my friend, Joe Pontillo.
Yeah!
Thank you for almost getting my name right. Keep it going for Lehigh West, everybody. Lehigh West. What a trio! What a trio! Kenny Murdock and did you give blood on both arms, or
Both
you just,
arms.
or are you just covering up heroin needle scars?
I do it both.
I know you're from Suffolk County. So.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
I went there. All right, sorry about that. Sorry, we're keeping it clean for the kids. That's right. We're on Long Island. Yeah, I grew up on Long Island. Woo! Yeah. No, not to brag. I grew up in Valley Stream, which gets a bad rap. Kind of sucks. Like, I was doing a show in New Jersey a couple of months ago, and then 2 guys came up to me, and they were like, "Yeah, what part of Long Island are you from?" And I said, "Valley Stream," and they went, "Oh, well, you got out of there just in time." And I was like, "Yeah, I got out okay, but my parents still live there. They were forced to join a gang." You know, it's pretty awkward. My mom's in the Crips, and my dad's in the Bloods, so... A lot of feuding. More reasons for them to fight. But now I live in Brooklyn. And, true story, I moved to Brooklyn. First week that I'm there, somebody breaks into my car, steals a bunch of stuff. And, of course, me being from Long Island, the suburb, I didn't call the cops. I called my parents. And this was before they were in a gang, so I don't know what I really thought they were going to do. And, of course, my mom picks up. She's the worst person to talk to in a crisis. You know, she was just like, "Oh, my God, did they take your Easy Pass?" And my thinking was, I don't really think that an Easy Pass has a lot of street value, but maybe they're just out having a good time. I don't know. They saw it and they were like, "Yo, we're going to take this. We're going to run back and forth through the Midtown Tunnel as many times as we can. Rack up tolls. This guy's not going to know what happened." Ridiculous. But I come from an Italian family, which means, you know, we're always upset about something. That's like the rules. I'm an adult. I'm married. I still sit at the kids' table for family dinners. That's kind of embarrassing, you know, because then I got to be at the kids' table. I'm like, I got to heckle people at the adult table because you don't get moved up until a certain amount of people die. So I'm sitting there going, "Grandpa, eat up next year. My chair. I am coming for you." An eyeballing that seat. You know, and then when you're at the kids' table, there's always that one kid who just starts crying, and then everybody looks at you like you're the referee of the kids' table. And I'm like usually the one that started it. They're like, why is that kid crying? I'm like, because I'm trying to eat. He put a booger on my shirt. I punched him. Like, what do you want from me? So, and then my wife is a vegetarian. Really difficult to explain that to my relatives every year. Like Thanksgiving, I bring her. I can't even do it anymore. I just got to bring like a stunt wife who eats meat. You know, like anybody. Like, this wasn't your wife last year? Yeah, but she eats meat. So just deal with it. I don't even know her name, but... You know, and then, like, this was the first conversation I had about it with my family. I was like, she's a vegetarian. She doesn't eat turkey. Please don't put turkey in front of her. And then somebody comes out of the kitchen, only having heard the last part of that, and goes, we'll make us some chicken. Because chicken is a vegetarian alternative now because they're so messed up with all the hormones that they just lost their meat. I don't know. Their meat attributes. But, and that's tough for me being married to a vegetarian because, like, I like meat and I like animals too. I feel bad eating them. I just try to justify it that every animal was just awful when it was alive, you know? Like, I'll be eating bacon, and I'm like, oh, this is so good. This pig probably committed hate crimes. It just tastes like it. You know? And then there's certain animals I've always been against eating. Ducks. I would never eat duck because they're cute, sure, but really expensive. Like, too expensive. Like, you go to a nice restaurant, the most expensive thing on the menu should be the hardest thing to kill. Like, you want to eat lion? $75 a plate. I should not be spending $45 on duck when I could just go to the park, sneak up on one, you know, kick it in the face, throw it in my car, there's my duck free of charge. Maybe throw a couple of dollars on the grass, let the rest of the ducks know I'm not messing around. I could be back for more. But my life has taken a little bit of a downturn recently. Both my parents got on Facebook. Yeah, bad. Can't do it. You know, because my dad is one of these people, everything he types is in all capital letters. All the time. Always looks like he's yelling no matter what he says. And he only goes on Facebook once a week. So then he goes through like my entire wall and then ends up having an awkward conversation with himself. You know, like he'll see a picture, he was like, what is this? Oh, I remember that. Ha ha, that was great. You coming for dinner Sunday? And it's all capital letters. Everybody thinks he's like in a mental institute. I'm like, I don't know. And then my mom will call me up every once in a while with a question about Facebook. And she leaves me a message like something absolutely terrible is happening. And then I call her back and she's like, all right, I'm on the fan page for Entenmann's. What? So, not cool. I saw my parents actually earlier tonight, and my dad is he's one of those Italian guys, always has a guy for something, and he's really excited to tell you about it. Yeah. Like I needed balloons for a birthday party like a year ago, and then my dad comes running in, and he's like, you said balloons? I'm like, yeah, I need some for cheap. And he's like, oh, I got a guy. It's like, how low on the mafia totem pole do you have to be to become the balloon guy? That sounds like you had a more legitimate position within the mafia, screwed up, and then the mob boss was like, well, we're not going to kill you, but you're not going to like your new job. Hope you like kids. Speaking of kids, everyone always asks, when I'm going to have children. I don't know, they're at the point now where they're trying to guilt me. Like, when are we going to see grandkids? When we die? I'm like, well, that sentence doesn't make sense. Because you'd be dead. How would you see them? And then, and I'm the oldest. I have 2 younger sisters, and I always just, point at them like, hey, you know what? They could be popping out grandkids, too. Don't just blame it all on me. And, me and my wife go back and forth on it. We always worry about naming a kid. That's a big issue we have. Because nobody names their kid anything normal anymore. I just like a nice name, like Michael or Brian or John. And then, if I named a kid that, it would be an outcast on the playground nowadays. I blame celebrities. There's a kid out there named Northwest. Oh, directions. Yeah, I'm just going to name my kid over there. There you go. I always know where he is. And then there'll be my kid out on the playground. What's that kid's name? Michael? What a weird name. His parents must be psychos. Let's get out of here. Toast. It's over, man. And like, I don't know how good I would be for a kid anyway. Like somebody told me not too long ago, I don't know how true this is, if you can't take care of a plant, you can't take care of a child. Right, and this was like right after I had like killed a plant. Not because I forgot to water it, it just looked at me the wrong way, and I shot it. It's buried in the yard. Yeah, but at the same time, like, how does that make any sense? Like, are you ever really going to put a kid in a window and then forget about it for 3 months? I don't think so. Doesn't happen. We got birds. We got pet birds. You know, my wife's very emotionally attached to all the birds. Anytime one dies, we have to have a whole big ceremony where we bury it in the yard. And we have, like, maybe 5 feet worth of dirt in the yard, and we buried, like, 16 birds. I'm like, I think we're just, like, burying them within the skeletons of other birds at this point. It's getting really bad. And the first time that happened, I was, you know, just dating her. I was really, you know, inconsiderate. I was like, oh, we just flush it down the toilet, right? And she was like, oh, my God, what kind of monster are you? And I was like, what do we do? She said, we bury it in the yard. I was like, ugh. So then we buried it, had the ceremony, lit a candle, went out to an Italian restaurant afterwards. In memory of it. Yeah, because that's what you do when you're Italian. You go out to an Italian restaurant after you put somebody in the ground, and you're like, this is the only thing that makes sense now, food.
It's absolutely right, man.
So then she had a plant that was like 24 years old, and it just died out of nowhere. And then I'm like, are we going to bury this too? And she goes, no, this we flush down the toilet. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. All right. But we have a parrot, which, first of all, they live forever, which is terrible. It's only like 10 years old, so like it might outlive me. Like I might have to put it in my will, you know, like leave all my money to the bird. It'll know what to do. And it's really annoying. It's right in the next room from where we sleep, so I won't get graphic, but it hears everything we do as a couple and starts mimicking those noises quite often. At inopportune times, like when we're eating dinner, and then my wife's like, what is it doing? And I'm like, that's you. That's what you sound like.
I can't find it. I can't find it.
I thought we said no heckling.
Sorry.
That's going to open the floodgates now.
I can't help myself. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I'll leave you.
But, like, that's an issue for me. And, like, I always say to my wife, I'm like, that's why I keep my mouth shut when we're in bed together, because, like, I don't need the parrot repeating anything I might say. Yeah, like people come over and they're like, hey, we want to see your bird. And then I have to be like, there's the bird. And then it just starts going, who's your daddy? Flapping its wings. It's awkward. You know, then it knows how to do a police siren. That's really great. I could have sworn I saw a drug deal happening on the corner, and I walked outside with the bird, and it just started going, woo! And they were like, oh my God, and started running down the street. Pretty awesome. And it's a pain. Like, we brought it with us on vacation one time. We were out in the country. We let it out. Never goes outside because we live in the city. Like, it goes out on the street. It just goes, caw, and it jumps in front of a bus, and that's it. So we let it outside, like, wherever we were in upstate New York, and then my wife starts freaking out because there was a hawk flying above, and I'm like, who cares? And she goes, well, hawks swoop down and grab small animals and fly away with them. You never see them again. And I was like, well, that sounds amazing. Can we coordinate that? You know, like if I'm going to lose a pet, that's how I want to lose one. You know, like I go to the pet store, like, hey, I need a new pet. Why? What happened to the last one? Hawk, man. Just showed up, grabbed it, flew away. That was it. Never saw it again. Like, it's quite the deal. Like I wish I could like organize the hawks to grab other things my wife has that I don't like and just get rid of them. You know, like her mother. Yeah, just go on that field, Ma. Keep your head down. Whoa! You know, and I see my father-in-law. He's like, nice job, dude. Gives me a fist bump. Pretty terrible, but what are you going to do? How much more time I got up here?
Yeah, that should be sufficient when you
Right,
wrap it up.
I'll close it out with a couple stupid things. Having fun so far. I don't know. I still have a lot of things out here. Like my barber's still on Long Island. My mechanic is out here. My mechanic, I don't know if he's Russian or Ukrainian, but he has just like the thickest Eastern European accent ever. So every time he calls me about my car, It just sounds like something terrible's happening. They could call me up and be like, "Your car is done." Like, can you be a little more specific? It's finished. Like it was just an oil change. What the hell happened? I don't know. I attract all the loonies. I had a guy ask me for change the other night, and it was probably the most specific request ever. Like, I don't know if this guy was homeless. He didn't really specify. He just comes up to me. He's like, "Yo, man, can I get a quarter? I'm just trying to get my kids back." It's like, what do you do with that? I was like, are they trapped in a vending machine? There's 50 cents, get 2 on me. I'm Joe Pontillo, family-friendly comedy. Thank you very much.
Joe Pontillo, keep going, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! That was great, man. I really enjoyed that. Sorry if I fucked you up. No, go sit over there.
Hey! Hey! Swear jar.
Earmuffs! I didn't hear that.
My bad.
Where am I sitting?
We're pinching off on this big teeth
Yeah,
stuff.
over there. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, some family-friendly entertainment, aside from myself.
Oh my God.
The pick of the week. I love this song. It's great. We played it a couple times for the pick of the week. It's "Can't Feel the Love" from the Planet X. LA, the engineer, the owner here, strung on, put it all together. Check him out.
To the pleasure, hope to compare, but still we're together. I'm in love with the pressure, stuck in the now, but chasing forever. They say never, but never did you think that this was enough. I answer because we lost all the trust. When push comes to shove, I can't feel the love. I think about you in almost every way. I'm interested in what you have to say. I kiss your mother, ask her how's her day. But you can't feel the love, you can't feel the love. We talk for hours on the telephone. I tell you I miss you, tell you it's been too long. You apologize and you tell me you're wrong. Whatever broke could bring this collision on. Tell me, I can't feel the love. 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 I felt good. I hold your hand so I can keep you close. Right by my side is where I need you most. I shout it out so everybody knows. But you can't feel the love, you can't feel the love. I tell you that you are the one for me. You're everything that I think beauty should be. I tried 100 times to make you see. I want to die with you in 2003. Come on, girl. I can't feel the love. 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 Where did it go? I struggle to find it. We used to be privates out in the public. We think nothing of it. I think that we love it. Who are we fooling? I mean, what are we doing? Should we keep it moving? How are we losing? If we were improving, what's the conclusion? I can't feel the love. 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 I can't feel the love.
Woo! Can't feel the love. I love that song. You guys like that song, Mr. Noise? You like that song? Yeah. April, nobody sees your thumbs ups.
Who's
Yeah.
the bride?
That's LA. That's Planet X. It's I Can't Feel the Love.
Is that the one that I heard?
Yeah.
Bunch of times.
He gave me a CD for you, and I still didn't give it to you.
I lost mine.
At least he pronounced
Joe
that
Pontillo,
correctly.
you're awesome, my brother.
How do you know about my heroin usage? I'm sorry. Oh, hey.
That's a pretty big
hey,
deal.
We're back, bro. We're back.
We're back.
Get him some juice and cookies. He's running low. That's blood sugar.
with me.
Tristan, Back to the Future. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Tristan the Swim Beast with us right here. Hi, Nick.
Before it gets too weird.
Now,
Tristan, there's some people that are watching that might not know who you are. Can you look at my camera right there and tell the people who you are, where you're from, and what do you do?
I am Tristan, and I swim. And I play hockey. I am a junior Olympic.
Swim Beast! Oh! He's going for the gold. He likes to ride a skateboard, and he also does a lot of swimming. So I call him Tony Phelps.
I don't know how you do it. I really don't know. I can't do any of those.
You do a kickflip? You do a kickflip?
Show me.
No, I can't. I can't do that.
He's
I can
got a
ollie.
6-pack.
I can't even know. Let me show
No,
you.
no, we're not gonna take the kid's shirt off in the show.
Oh, a little boy.
I know.
A little boy. Let's get him naked. Like,
Yeah, no. His mom's like, take his shirt off. He's ripped. Like we know he's ripped. Like he can leave his shirt on. Thank you.
So a little bird, I think, told me it was your birthday.
Oh my
Birthday.
What'd you get? This
He got a
this-
spot. I
this-
gave him a spot. He goes, can we go birthday shopping? I says, well, whose money? He says, well, your money. I says, you know how much it costs to run an episode?
He got a free awkward comedy show.
Yeah. Joe, you did a great job, man.
My dream in life.
What'd you get for your birthday?
My dream in life is to follow Joe Pontillo.
It finally came true. Cross it off your bucket list at age 10.
Boom. That the world ahead of you now.
Yeah.
How old are you? 10.
10.
And he already has a cell phone case.
An iPhone. He has a better phone than me.
But he just got it for Christmas, right? I'm sorry, I was doing a little,
Yeah, a
interview
little
on my own.
behind the scenes. Yeah, that's good.
Green room talk.
You know, us stars. Talking about something in the
Yeah.
back.
How old are you?
Hashtag all the fingers.
You gotta show
Oh,
all the
All
fingers.
the fingers.
I'll have to hashtag that picture that. Instagram.
I can't even do that. Like,
That's because you've lost feeling.
Right, how many fingers are you old?
I don't even know. I'm gonna use.
I just start crying. It's like 6 pairs of gloves.
Yo, you know what gotta be one of the most terrifying things in the world? Is to read "Do Not Touch" in Braille.
Okay.
Oh, that's dark, man.
Hey!
You sure you want to go there?
Completely awkward
Wait,
segue.
is Kenny blind?
No, well, not fully. Not fully.
I'm blind to you haters. Let's just talk about A, how that came out of nowhere. B, how that's like an old, dirty.
Yeah, it's an old
Vagrant
it's a street
joke.
joke. Yeah.
Oh, but the kid's not going to get that.
We got a
It's
10-year-old
sadly.
Olympic swimmer here,
Right,
and then
yeah,
you just
let's
go,
talk about
oh,
the
let's talk
vagrant
about blind
joke.
people. Like,
They don't
I
give
said
us
it was like
credit.
a deaf child area.
Good segue. Good segue.
Is there more to that?
No, it was just words. Those were just words I was putting in the air.
we had a nice flow going.
My bad.
There
my
was,
bad.
there was build-up. There was momentum to this conversation.
Tristan, ice cream cake or regular cake?
Oh,
Everybody wants to know.
Ice cream
Yeah.
cake?
ice cream cake. He said.
I don't
Alright,
like
you
this
killed
kid
it.
anymore.
Alright.
Can't eat too much.
Cupcakes or brownies?
Brownies.
Nice.
Oh, but what'd you
Really
have
no
for
wrong
school,
answer.
though? What'd you bring to school?
I had a
His mom asked what he brought to school for.
Whoa! Everybody wants to talk to Tristan. LA.
LA.
I got it, guys.
Oh no.
I guess somebody go figure out how to answer the phone.
No, that's not gonna
Yeah, this
happen.
is
We're gonna miss it.
You gotta go to school for at least 2 years at Briarcliff for that.
No, the other desk. The other desk.
Oh, they're going to hang up.
Alright, call back in 5 minutes. Go back in 5 minutes.
Oh, here he goes!
Here comes LA.
He's taking it so seriously.
This is
Look at
my
his
first
face.
call.
He's so
Shows
upset.
history.
He's so upset he didn't make that call.
LeighAlity TV, you're on the air. Who's this? You gotta lower your computer volume. Lower your computer volume. Yeah, alright.
I think it's Pontillo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pops, lower the computer. Wait 5 seconds for that to get there. Wait.
This is terrible. Jesus,
Bad TV. JoePontillo.com. At Joe Pontillo on Twitter. Pontillogram on Facebook.
Pontillogram. I like that. Pontillogram.
Pontillogram?
Right here, sir.
Yo, Pops.
Anytime you had some sad mid-30s news.
Oh.
Pontillogram.
Yeah.
Somebody there?
Yo, are you there? Hey, yo, what up, Pops?
Oh yeah, hey, what's going on?
You gotta lower your computer. You're messing the whole thing up.
Oh man, I can't
Can't do that.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to Tristan for his happy birthday.
Say thanks, Pops.
Hi, Pa. Thank you.
All right, buddy, love you. Love you, Leigh.
Love you, Pops.
Linda, you too.
Thanks, Pops.
All right, take care now, bye-bye.
Thanks, Pops.
You can figure out the internet.
Shout out to my Pops and their support to stay on, man.
You know, for somebody who looks like a redneck, you'd have a really supportive family.
Yeah, my family's pretty cool.
Oh, white trash supports white trash.
We got another call. My father's still trying to figure out how to work the phone. We love you, Pops.
No.
LeighAlity TV, caller, please lower your computer volume. Who's this? Please lower your computer volume. Who's this?
Hello?
I'd rather not say.
Yeah, hello. You're on the air.
They're like watching the TV. They're watching the computer screen.
That's what happens.
Like, wait.
Yes. This is Mario's
How you
Pizza.
doing?
Yeah, you're on the air. Who's this?
Oh, I just called in to say happy birthday to Tristan.
Woo!
Tristan, you got a lot of fans.
Garrison, what up, fam? Appreciate you,
750
man.
Facebook likes.
Just to give him a thumbs up or something.
Are you on Facebook?
Alright, cool. Thanks for
Oh
calling, man.
my God! I wasn't on Facebook.
Hey, JJ.
JJ!
Wow.
We love you.
Love you.
Appreciate you calling in.
Aw, I've been watching for you, buddy.
I'm just gonna cry.
He's our most popular guest.
I know. We gotta have him on more often.
You just broke the calls for the year.
Double the amount of calls.
Alright, appreciate you. Bye-bye.
You have to have them on.
Alright, callers, anybody, we love the calls, but guys, please lower your computer before you call. That way we can talk to one another and not hear ourselves talking to the people before you. Appreciate you.
He doesn't want to get technical about
And
it.
donate to Leigh's Kickstarter.
And go to pontillogram.com.
On Telegram, it sounds like a cool thing.
That's not .com yet, but it will be.
And the Instagram. I like it because you created like your own shape. Like there's like parallelogram. There's
It's like 1,400 sides.
I was thinking of like an instant Pontillo. Like Pontillo, like instant.
Right, you pay like $30, somebody shows up at your house, tells a bunch of terrible jokes.
It's just really fucked up.
Happy birthday! Happy Merry
Oh, messed it up.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
So unprofessional.
Get him!
Wait, did he say?
It was all three of us. All three of us did it. So sorry, guys.
I was so close.
We're really, really trying, and we really are trying.
I made it to 38. Oh, 938. I had a halo over my
Tell them what you
head.
got for your birthday.
What'd you get, Trez? What'd you get for your birthday so far?
I got a scooter that has off-road tires.
What?
What? I got a bunch of candy.
Oh man, you gotta shout me.
What's your favorite candy?
I would say
A bunch of
Sour Patch Kids.
candy.
Sour Patch Kids.
You got any chocolate?
Decent choice. No chocolate. Are you
No
not into chocolate?
chocolate.
I like the chocolate.
No chocolate.
We're talking about candy, Leigh.
Oh. Well, all right, hang on. We got a question for the audience. Hang on. Go ahead.
Tristan,
Speak up.
we would like to know what you believe the meaning of life is.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, let's drop that on a
This should be
10-year-old.
a really, really deep answer.
It's coming from the mother.
Well, let him
Hang
answer.
on, let's-
It's probably better than your
Silent
answer.
bomb.
It's a simple question.
Guys.
Or transform.
This question is coming from Tristan's mom, who is also my sister, who we had here, who was explaining to Brian about the 7 chakras in the body, and Brian was only finding 2 of them or something, and you know, and
He sold the other ones off. That's why.
right.
7
They
chakras.
offer
You
candy.
can only do 2 in a
Maybe
we can
I'm
buy
gonna
more
take the shoe
heroin.
off again.
How do you do the other 4 chakras?
So-
Sounds like a party.
Can't all be funny at once, guys. Let Tristan talk.
Sorry.
Tris, go ahead one time for the people at home. What is the meaning of life, sir?
I really don't know.
Best answer I've ever heard.
When they have you back for your 11th birthday, we need an answer now.
What is the most important thing in life?
Video games.
Alright!
The most important
got
thing in
it.
life is video
I
games.
got
kind of
it.
agree with that.
He's
If
good.
all else fails,
The most important thing is family.
Absolutely.
After video games.
Well, yeah, I mean, he can like pause once in a while.
I mean, like, what kind of
Well,
video
you can't
game? Like
pause a live
Grand Theft
game.
Auto?
Yeah, I can't post a lot of games.
well,
I
especially
learned
when your
that.
family's buying video games.
I learned you can't
Video
pause
game
a live
about
game.
family.
Like, what?
That would be the boringest video game ever. Achievement unlocked. Your mother no longer hates you.
Like, here's Call of Duty. Mom goes, I don't know, they're right there. Like, family, right there, right there.
Yeah. What about your sister?
No
That's
comment.
all, right? How annoying is a 3-year-old?
She's almost.
It's a love-hate
3.
relationship. Just leave it as that.
I can't make
She's adorable,
out of
right?
it. She's annoying.
Say a nice thing about your sister.
She is pretty adorable, yes.
Yeah.
Wait till she's like 10.
When I say nice
Wait
stuff
till
about
she's
my
18.
sister, I compliment how awesome of a mother she is.
Wait, you said what? Huh?
Nothing.
What?
What was that?
Nothing.
Got a little bit of trust right now going on.
How long have you been swimming?
Yeah, how long have you been swimming, Tristan?
Since I was 6 months?
6 weeks? 6? I thought it was 3 months.
Even before that. am I
Oh, 6
right?
weeks.
Oh.
Since he was 6 weeks old.
Since you were 6 weeks old.
It was like out of his dad's lower thigh and then through the rest of it.
What? Wait, what?
Wow.
That's how it works, right?
You
They
followed
shake.
through on that I was...
Can we put the parental advisory back, please?
I can't believe that Kenny just walked off set.
Kenny's leaving.
Kenny, that's...
Okay,
I was trying to steer you a big way.
So,
Family friendly.
Sorry, Kenny. No, that's how babies are made. You shake your leg.
no, Leigh. He was talking about swimmies.
Dad!
You know, fathers sometimes they used to use swimmies when they were learning how to swim. Fathers used to use swimmies when they were learning how to swim.
That's right. That's what I
I
meant.
thought you meant like they were like hanging on to your leg and he's like, no, get up and go swim. That's how I took it.
That's what I
Oh,
meant.
you're the only one that took it.
That
I just gotta point that out.
Oh,
Gee,
it's her
you
son.
understand his language.
Throw
Nobody
it
else
out
can hear
I
it.
speak Leonese.
Yes, you do.
LeighOcean.
I didn't know which
What'd your
charades.
sister do?
Whose idea was it for me to have a talk show?
Magnolia.
How did you
Yours.
Fancy
How
name.
did you learn how to swim? My dad went like this.
My dad kicked me in the face. I fell in a pool
What
and I had no choice.
He had one leg.
I would have drowned because he passed out after he kicked me.
What's your favorite stroke?
We're white trash.
Yeah.
I want to hear more.
My favorite stroke in swimming is butterfly.
And which
good
one is that?
stroke.
That's on your back like this? How's the butterfly go?
It's clear. It's like a butterfly.
Oh, okay.
Very elegant.
Oh, like
Oh,
that?
okay.
I thought butterflies are more like this.
That's what I thought.
Maybe not as
No, that's
fast.
a panic stroke.
That's a
a
butterfly
baby.
that's on fire.
Were you once a caterpillar? Like, how does this work?
What's the caterpillar stroke like?
See, that was a nice little
How about
kid
the
joke.
Yeah.
You were like a caterpie. Is this Pokemon too old for him?
What?
Like,
All right,
Oh.
Tristan. I'm gonna give you 3 things. You gotta eat one
Popcorn.
forever for the rest of your life.
Popcorn.
That is
You
not
can
a
only
choice.
eat one once for the rest of your life, and you gotta throw one away. Okay.
Is this like F, marry, kill
Right.
for kids?
Yeah, apparently.
All right. It's popcorn, candy, and ice cream. You gotta eat one every day for the rest of your
Oh,
life.
no.
Alright, so I'm ice cream. I'm gonna throw away.
You gotta throw away ice cream.
Wow.
I'm lactose
He's
sensitive.
lactose.
Oh,
We're
okay.
both lactose.
I'm lactose too. I ain't throwing away cheese or ice cream.
What do you use it to keep you warm?
I make wicked farts, but I don't sort
All
of.
right, so ice cream got thrown out, popcorn and candy. But you said you'd eat popcorn all the time.
No,
Oh, okay.
candy all the time.
Candy all the time, and then you can only eat popcorn once for the rest of your life.
That'll be when I'm at the movie theater.
No, but you only get it once.
Only
Okay.
one movie.
So-
And you never eat it again.
You gotta be
So
really
I can buy
specific.
candy at the movie theaters.
Of course.
And you can eat it forever.
He's so serious right now.
This is a terrible question.
The one I wanted to ask you isn't very family friendly.
Write it down on a piece of paper. His mother will read it to him when he's like 17.
All right. So
I don't even know any hot 10-year-olds to ask him that question. Imagine I did.
So if you
The chick
That'd
from
be so much
Jessie
worse.
on Disney Channel.
So much worse if you did.
So if you had popcorn,
That'd be Stacy Lisa.
so if you had popcorn that talked a lot and just never stopped talking, and then you had popcorn that was very depressed all the time, and then you had popcorn that was like, yo, I'm gonna be here forever. Yo, what up? What up, popcorn? Out of those three popcorn,
Brian took his meds today.
out of those three popcorn,
He's missing 2 points of blood.
He's still
Yo, give me the blood, man!
First and second one.
if you had popcorn that wouldn't shut up and was just over you,
And they have a little puppy in a pocket.
He's really talking about that popcorn that
If
won't
you
shut
had a
up.
popcorn that could
I know what
fix the
he's doing.
environment, but a popcorn
Lee, we all
that
know what
hated
you're doing.
the Jews.
What kind of question is
all
that?
right, I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Tristan, why didn't you answer
Sorry,
that question?
Yeah,
Oh, you want to go? You want to go
What's
reverse
wrong with
questions?
that?
You got a question for us?
No.
Ask
No, yeah,
Tristan.
good
Good answer. Good answer.
Tristan, you
Don't
got a
let him take
girlfriend?
inventory into that brain.
Oh, you got a girlfriend?
Do you have a
That
girlfriend?
GF?
You?
Oh, we
You
got
have a
GF.
girlfriend? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You still chilling with a 13-year-old?
How old's your girlfriend?
28.
Are you in a relationship on Facebook?
No.
Okay, then keep
Oh,
it
yeah, it's
going.
not official.
This way you keep your game going with other girls.
Right.
Is it
You slide
official?
into the DMs.
Is it complicated? Or like what is it? Is it like like?
Well, he's a smart
Is
kid.
dating at 10? What is dating at 10 years old like? How is it for you?
Yeah.
What was the first date?
Is it
Explain to me how this all happened. What's her name?
I'm not saying.
You're not saying.
Oh,
you
he's
don't
keeping
wanna
the government
blow it
on
up.
television.
Wait,
Yeah.
Solid.
Is Lee?
Good move.
Nah.
Swim person? Tristan, were you?
She definitely exists.
Is it
Yeah.
like volleyball people?
Is it Babs? Is it Babs?
Is it a pen pal?
Oh, it's Babs!
Oh, it's Babs!
She the woman that works
Babs hot, she got a
downstairs?
Jeep.
Is Babs his babysitter or like?
No, but she let him sit in the front seat of her Jeep.
Yeah.
Oh,
When you're 10,
Front seat of her Jeep.
That's
I don't
kinda
know
like
what that
going to
means.
third
I don't know
base.
what that's
That's
called.
big
That's the
time.
new generation.
Yeah.
The
Oh, yeah.
back
Big
seat is the
time.
front seat
That's the
nowadays.
big deal.
Yeah.
You get a better
You're
angle.
supposed to hang on.
So
Damn it.
I have a
kept the
serious
G-rated,
question
I kept
though.
the G-rated.
How are you? Can you explain how you're an Olympic swimmer or
Yeah.
like borderline
Junior
Olympic swimmer? What does it take for a 10-year-old to become an Olympic swimmer, and how did you do it?
Gym at 6 a.m.
push-ups?
He swims every night. You swim
I
every
swim
single
every
night.
night, yes.
Okay.
Since he was
bathtub?
6 weeks old.
Or does your family have a pool downstairs?
No.
He swims
You
in the
got that
No,
private
he swims in
pool
the high
yet?
school pool.
Tell them how you eat
You
when
win a
you
couple
go
more
to-
championships, you get that private pool.
What do you eat for swim meets? What's your prep food?
Chicken, salads, and
A celery and
Fruits.
peanut butter.
How do you fit Sour Patch Kids into that?
Yeah,
I
really.
don't.
You don't have a cheat
That's
day?
That's why
post
he would
meet.
eat it every day.
That's what he
Yeah.
eats.
So
Already
disappointed.
looking at it. Wow.
That's post meet food.
It all makes sense
I
now.
already said it was a stupid question.
They're all pretty stupid.
Question. We have a question.
How do you
from the
like
audience.
swimming?
Question from the audience. We'll take a question from the audience.
What does swimming bring to your life? How does it make you feel when you're swimming?
How does it make you feel when you're swimming?
Well, at a meet, I feel uncomfortable because I know my coaches rely on me. So, yeah.
He's the go-to. He's the plug.
It's not a good sign when you're uncomfortable around your coach.
Your coaches rely on you because you're the best on the team?
Yes.
Are they
But do you
hoping
like
that-
the competition?
There is no competition, right? You just swim right past everybody, basically.
Well, there is a competition.
And they're
You're
like
competing
28.
against yourself.
There you
Okay.
go.
So you
So
get
that
a
I'm
better
close.
time.
Would you
You gotta
say your
beat you
coaches
yesterday.
have failed dreams and are trying to live through you? No, okay.
What's your best time?
Yeah, really cute.
Um,
He's cute in general, but he got
For my 50
Thank you.
freestyle, I did a 32.
Wow. I don't know if that's good or not, but wow.
What's that compared to? Like,
To answer your Junior Olympic question,
Yes.
there's certain national times that he has to make, and right now nationally he's ranked 624th.
Nationally,
He's
624.
For a
624th
10-year-old
in
and
place.
under, and he just turned 10 today. He's
Wow.
been that rank for a while.
So he was on that when he was 9.
Yeah.
You were rolling with the older.
So
people.
So he's got a whole year to move up in 624.
So
in 12 years, are you going to beat Michael Phelps's record of 12 gold medals in the Olympics?
I don't see why not, right?
I'm gonna need
Just
to test
send
you
me a
for
first.
He's already got one just for being on the show.
LeighAlity TV, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Tristan the Munchkin.
Michael Phelps.
Swim Beast.
You have been called
Michael
out.
Phelps, we're coming for you, son. Swim Beast is coming.
But we will test for PEDs.
If we're cool for now.
An athlete's foot.
We need DNA.
I don't know. I just walked into that one. I don't even know what to talk about.
It's
There's no
hygienic.
test for that. You just look.
Yeah,
We
really.
need DNA first.
DNA.
What?
It's plenty. We got plenty of DNA. We got this. We got this. Unless you want to make them bleed, that's a whole nother DNA, you know.
Do you make all of your enemies, your rival swimmers, bleed when you're done?
Well, at least my eat, throw away question isn't the worst question anymore.
Who is your
I have a
hero?
question.
Who do you aspire to? Is it?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure? Okay.
No, he
Because the future is your goal, man. You got nobody, you know, it's right past everybody. You're going right to the top.
We had an audience
Nobody-
question.
Well, he's swam with the Olympians.
We have a question from the audience. April, go ahead.
Tristan, what's your goal for the future? What do you wanna do
Goal
when you
for
get
the
older?
future.
To get gold medals.
Gold medal.
Nice.
We will not stop.
High achiever.
So he is
Take care of
covered in
his
gold
uncle.
medals.
Gold
Where do you
medal.
see yourself in 5 years?
What, are you going to invest in 401k?
Gold.
Gold.
What is your portfolio like?
Gold. It's gold.
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 Golden.
There you go. We got another question. Go ahead. What we
Scale
got?
from 1 to 10, how much do you believe in yourself?
10.
That a boy.
Wow.
That's awesome.
All the fingers!
He can't be
Yes,
beat.
All the fingers.
Guys, we had an awesome show. Tristan, you're amazing.
It's over?
Joe, you're the man.
Yeah, man.
You're going to talk about Swirtle's auto body for 8 minutes?
No, we only got 5 minutes.
Ah,
Damn.
At a really good auto body shop, let me tell you.
That's a good plug.
Got to talk about each guy that works there.
Yeah,
And your mom.
ladies and gentlemen,
She quit.
Oh man.
it's this time we got to give it up to our sponsors. And my good friends at Schwartz Auto Body in Irelandia want you to know that it's your right as a consumer in New York State to go to any registered motor vehicle repair shop of your choosing. Don't let the insurance companies bully you. Don't let them tell you got to go to the State Farm shop or you got to go to this Geico shop. Don't let them tell you any of that. I recommend going to go see my good friends George Jr. Schwertel. They're 200 Blydenbach Road in Irelandia. Don't ask me how to spell it because they use all the consonants and not very many vowels.
Schwirtle!
Confidence.
All the consonants. They use Africa.
Sounds like
Antarctica.
Not continents. Consonants.
Ah, not Uruguay.
They use North America, South America, Europe.
It's
He
A-E-I-O-U.
just raises his arms and starts chasing after you.
Do not hide. Talk to the press. The real what?
You're just the Australian.
Real what?
Alright, we gotta go.
What's their name?
Someone call right
We
now.
got
Murdock.com.
Anyways, there's an awesome show with 2 hot chicks up after us.
Never mind.
Check it out. Right here, straighton.com, LeighAlity TV, each and every Wednesday. We're all over the social medias. Brian?
Go to project9line.org. We help veterans out.
Joe?
Go to Pontillo.com or just find me on Facebook and find out where I'm going to be, or I'll find you.
Kenneth?
Hashtag the guy with glasses.
And the veteranscomedyassault.org. Gonna be
Your turn's over,
performed
bitch.
at July
Save it for next
July
week.
1st Mohegan Sun.
Hashtag the Swim Beast.
You
Rest
missed
Right
of
at the
the
end.
Midwest.
Right at the
Studio
end.
audience, make some noise! We love you guys. I'll see you next Wednesday. Pieces.
Really a treat, guys.
Really? That was Joe. You literally were on the best show ever.
That's what I bring to the table.